We'll just talk about games, probably, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
and
best
Star
thing.
Trek.
Definitely.
Yeah, and my father.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if for whatever reason I just plug out, it's because my microphone battery is blinking red for like 2 weeks already.
1990. Ah, spaghetti.
Mario!
Ah, ravioli.
Mario!
Ah, mamma mia. It's me, Mario. Press start to play.
Random.
Stuff in the house.
WTF, why the phase?
Let's go adventure.
PB Random Ramble. Yo. Episode 9. As in, 9 kriegst kein Essen heute. With Jesse Underdog. Yes, the Jesse Underdog.
Hello, I'm Barani, and today with me, Pred and also Jesse Underdog. Hey guys. Oh wow!
Hello.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
You have an awesome soundboard. Wait a minute, I got something.
What are you talking about? How do I stop it? I'll not use it anymore. I don't know how to stop it.
Well, where's my
Hello,
applause?
how are you guys?
Well, I'm great. How are you?
Tired?
Oh yeah, because you're living in America time.
Yeah, I'm living in Czech Republic on an American time zone, Pacific time, -9 hours for everyone interested.
Yeah, I was confused about that earlier. When
I'm
you
confused every day.
Yeah, that's a good state to be in. But I mean, when you told me, why would I be up at that unholy hour, 2 p.m., and I thought, okay, it should be the same time in Czech as it is in Germany.
Yeah, I think we have the same time zone, right? Oh, I'm sure we have the same time zone. I go to Germany very often. That's the reason why I know Guten Tag.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm more of Austria because I live like 40 minutes from Austrian borders, and I love Austria.
Yeah.
And I have an uncle there, and it's awesome.
It's a cool country, I think so too.
Do Germans like Austria? You call it Österreich, right?
Oh,
Or something like
Österreich,
this.
yeah. I have not heard anything negative from anyone I know about it.
No, I read this article about that written by an American who was talking about the relationship between Germans and Austrians, and it was always like Austrians don't like Germans, but Germans don't really care. I mean, because Austria is just it's a cool country. It's like right next to us, but we don't have any negatives about Austria.
No.
Like in our culture.
There's like a joke in Czech Republic. We have like two big towns. One is in the Moravia, that's Brno, and that's the second largest. And the biggest town in Czech Republic is Prague, right? That's in like Bohemia.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like this joke because guys from Brno are always like, those stupid people from Prague. But it always sounds like they're jealous they're jealous for some reason, right?
Yeah.
And the joke goes like, what do Prague people think about Brno people? And the answer is nothing. It's like they don't care, right? It's like the same situation.
Yeah,
It's not a good joke, but it's a joke.
Well,
Yeah.
it works. But actually, I think the Germans actually like Austria because of it's an awesome place to go to visit in your holidays.
Yeah. I went there with my grandparents like multiple times when I was a kid.
Yeah, me with my parents, and I have been learning to ski there and such. So you can't really go skiing that much in Germany, so you go there.
But there's this interesting thing. There's like this inner joke between us that, I live Czech Republic. For those who don't know, Czech Republic is neighboring both Germany and Austria.
Yes.
We don't live like in Eastern Europe, but like everybody thinks for some reason.
Yeah.
We actually like our biggest neighbors are actually Germans. That's the reason why Czech Republic is economically like much stronger than the rest of Eastern Europe because we trade with Germans a lot. And what I wanted to say, I lost my thought. How did I start?
You were
this?
neighboring Germany and Austria, and
Yeah, and so what?
everybody that was the beginning, I think.
I know. And maybe I'll think of the rest of the story later. No, I wanted to say something.
Well, I feel like I'm.
Like Eastern Europe or something. You said something about Central Eastern Europe because everybody thinks that the Czech Republic is in East Europe,
I
even
have
though
a
it's
good
like
sound
really
effect for your thing.
for my
I
thing.
just no,
Fap,
the
fap,
thing
fap.
was I wanted to say something about
Sorry.
the inner joke, dude. The inner joke. I wanted to say the inner joke.
Oh, yeah.
And then for that reason we are somehow culturally connected. But it turned out that most people that I thought were German, Pred and Berani actually told me that they're all Austrian.
Oh, really?
Of course, I knew that Adolf Hitler is Austrian. Like everybody knows that. But all the other guys that we talked about, I totally like Horst Fuchs.
Yeah, the
that
telemarketing guy, right? He
Like,
does.
yeah.
Horst Fuchs?
Gustav Mahler, I always thought he was German, like for sure.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Yeah. Look at Franz Kafka. He's like, he died in. No, wait. Yeah, he was born like in Prague, which was then like Austria-Hungary, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and he was a German-speaking author. So, I mean, we're like really connected culturally, right?
Yeah. Like
I think so.
through the wave of people in the time of Franz Kafka, very connected because of all the immigration stuff.
Yeah.
But we have some really rough history.
Yeah.
But it's not for this podcast. It's just for jokes because we're too young for all of this, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but we have come around in the like political partnership is the wrong word. Relations, right? It's really going well now, which is great. And
yeah, you bought our automobile maker Skoda, and now it's Volkswagen.
Oh yeah.
So we don't even have like our biggest company.
well, look, what I was trying to say is we did so much wrong, the Germans, and you forgave us.
Well, I'm not sure that's not the thing that goes into history, but they don't tell you that when Germans were getting out of, I don't know what it's called in English, Sudety or something, like
I don't know, but I know what you mean.
Like the part of Czech Republic where where we were always Germans and Czechs were always fighting about that because there were both German families and Czech families and mixed families, and Hitler took that just because he later on he wanted to take it all.
Yeah.
But there were some really strategic points for war that we could actually defend ourselves. And just to make it quick, when we were taking it back, like Czechs were killing really hard Germans in that part because like then officially it became Czech land again. And when we didn't wait for the Germans to move out. They just killed them that's the really dark history of Czech.
Yeah, well, that happened a lot, right? You have the retribution stuff, like the Soviet army after like the fall of the East Front. You know, the Soviet army going through like the ex-German, what do you call it, territories, and just just out of retribution, which is understandable, but just like raping and killing everybody. Yeah.
I think
so it's really dark.
The whole killing Germans is like the worst, most shameful part of Czech history because it's kind of recent, to be honest. But that's like the worst the Czechs did to Germans, probably. Still nothing against what Germans did to us, yeah. But I don't want to talk about history. It's too boring for everyone, I guess.
Yeah, probably. I wanted to ask a Czech history question, but I guess I'll just.
You know what? I know nothing about history in general. Like something about American history maybe, but nothing about Czech history. Like I'm really bad at that. So ask if you want, but most probably you won't get your answer.
I mean, how old are you? You're like 26 or something? 25?
Yeah, 25.
25, yeah. So you don't really have any memory of the fall of the Soviet Union, right?
Like I was born, I lived 1 month in communist country, 1 month. So that's my memory of that.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
No memory at all, of course.
Yeah, I don't have any memory of that. I was like, I don't know, how old were we? Like 5 or 6, right? Yeah. So I only remember that everybody was like really excited and happy and watching the fall of the Berlin Wall on TV, and I was just sitting there. It's like, okay, can I have candy? You know.
Can I have those American gum finally?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were also too young, I think.
Like,
Yeah.
where are you? Where are you? I know you live in Hamburg, but where you live in Eastern Germany or Western Germany?
Well, before we went to Preds is from Hamburg, and I came from right in the middle. It's Western Germany, right in the center of the country.
Okay, so you know it all from the other perspective,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
never wear a okay.
Well, I went there because I had aunts, an aunt there. I think twice as a kid, and I don't know. It was kind of, I don't know. I was too young, I guess, to really make an image of it, of the situation for myself, an educated image.
I'm not really from Hamburg. I moved here when I was 14.
Oh,
Didn't
Okay.
know that. Eh? No.
I thought
So
you were.
where did you live before?
Well, I kind of mentioned it. My dad's German military, so.
Oh yeah, you lived in Alabama. I forgot.
Yeah, I lived before we moved to Hamburg. We lived in Norway for 3 years.
Norway and Oslo. Yeah,
No,
that's
it's Stavanger. It's like on the south west coast.
southwest. That's like where Oslo is almost, right?
No, Oslo is like in the middle somewhere, right?
Really?
I think.
That's why it was so cold there. Like 9 degrees. Like, dude, 9 degrees Celsius. It's
Well,
crazy. It's
Yeah, it's not in the middle. It's like southeast Norway.
Okay.
9 degrees Celsius, like in the summer, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, like Saturday
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's
or
not so.
Sunday. Actually, Sunday.
That's not that cold.
Dude, it's like I have 30 degrees right now here.
And 30 degrees.
Yeah, that's 30 degrees
Wow.
today. And I'm not even like my fan is not on. Like my fan is off still.
Well,
I could take more, definitely.
it's probably terrible radio, but how was your weather the last weeks? Because it's shitty here, man.
Yeah, it's like autumn,
Yeah.
almost.
Last week was terrible apart from the day I was doing my vlog when we were out hiking a
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
That was like the only nicer day. And day after that was okay too. But yesterday and today is beautiful.
Oh,
I'm living in South Moravia right now, which says nothing to anyone actually.
Yeah,
But just to geographically put the weather on the map, you know.
okay, yeah, I see.
your vlog video, I thought it was like really interesting because I think Sunisha said something similar. He was like, "Oh, it looks like in Sweden." And now when I watched your video, you were like walking through the woods, and I was like, "Okay, it looks like here." You know, I mean, you could like take the S-Bahn or U-Bahn, the subway, like up northeast, right? And there are like woods there, and if you walk through these woods, it looks exactly like where you are at.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that, you know, even though it always seems like so many different countries in Europe, but it's kind of the same, geographics.
Yeah, the trees are really samey, right? You have to get some really exotic trees like North American trees or something that make a forest look different, because here they all look kind of the same, I think.
Yeah.
I think like I'm a filmmaker, right? So I can tell you from that perspective. But many German films were shot in Czech Republic, and many Czech films some Czech films were also shot in Germany. And it's because it's the same, like the nature is the same.
Yeah.
Mostly I'm talking most about fairy tales, which is fields and forest and woods.
Uh-huh.
So it is like there's no difference.
But
So-
I have to say, we both have quite beautiful forests and woods and lakes and stuff. Maybe,
I love
yeah.
ponds. I hate it here. I hate the atmosphere of Europe. But I like
But
open
the forests
fields.
can do nothing for that, to better
Yeah,
that.
I like that's exactly why I go to hikes like woods and stuff, where especially when there's like a lake or something,
Yeah.
and it looks like almost in Alaska when there's like a mountain in the background of Colorado. Or when I'm in cornfields, where I feel like in, I don't know, Idaho. That's like, Idaho is like potatoes, right? So Alabama or something like this. Yeah, I love those parts of Europe, which don't look like Europe at all.
Yeah, there are a lot of them, I think. Well,
But I'm really interested in, like, I don't know, how did you live in Alabama with your family, Pratt? I wanted to ask you this for a very long time.
Well, I can tell you the explanation. So my dad was a German Air Force officer, right?
Oh,
And
I thought so. Yeah.
yeah, and he was flying planes and stuff, and then he had like a plane crash with his jet, and then he couldn't fly anymore, right? So they had to put him in like a different occupation in the military. And the thing is, when you become a major in the military, then no, not a major, a captain. No, I'm sorry, not a captain, a major. I'm talking about major, right? You have the possibility to go on it's like studying at university, but in the military, and it's called for the general staff. So if you have like a general commanding like airplanes or something, and he has like officers that tell him what he should do or what he shouldn't, right? And that's like a special education you can get in the military in Germany. And you can either do that in Germany itself, or you go to Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama and do it there for 1 year. And that's why we were there.
And for how long did you live in Alabama?
I lived in Alabama for 1 year, and I lived in Canada like when I was 19 for almost a year.
Where did you live in Canada?
In Kingston, which is in Ontario.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Toronto for some time.
Yeah, that was like a 3-hour train ride, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you were born in the States?
No, I was born in England actually, because
Oh wow! I
I
always thought you were born in Hamburg. I don't know why.
No, I was born in England, and then we moved to Rheine, which is in the German Ruhrgebiet, I think. And from there we moved to Ostfriesland, which is right next to the Netherlands. And from there we went to Alabama, and then to Norway, and then back. And I was born.
Do you remember this?
Well, because so many people ask. No, I'm just.
Do you have like some free pages in your passport still?
No, my passport is gone. But there's a really interesting story about that. When I lived in Canada, my dad had to get like a visa for me, right? Uh-huh. So he went to the German embassy, or the military did that, I don't know. And they were like, okay, we're going to get you a visa for Canada. And then I get my passport back, and I didn't get a visa for Canada, but I got a visa for the United States for 7 years.
Wow.
But I never went there. And so I went to Canada. I took the flight over Montreal. I showed them my passport, and they were like, okay, you can't really stay here because you don't have a visa, right? So they had to like visa check me. I don't know what they do. You get like a 3-month thing, right, where you can stay for 3 months.
But it like now you can. I don't know if Germans can, but we can go to Canada like without visa right now.
Oh,
really?
We can too. But well, for me, I don't know how it's now, but I had to like go through the checkpoint, and then I got like a stamp. Like when you go to Australia, right? They give you like a stamp and like a tourist visa, and you can go there for like 3 months, and then you have to return. Yeah.
An ex-girlfriend of mine went to Canada to live and work there, and she needed a work visa. Like
if you want to work there, you need a permit. But if you just want to stay there, right now, if you just want to stay there, like getting work permit in Canada is much easier than United States.
Oh, I see.
Like you can't get officially visa in the United States anymore. It's like a lottery, basically. I'm not talking about the official lottery. I'm talking about the getting an employer. Like the whole process is terrible. It's just you can't do that anymore officially. You have to be really lucky.
So marriage is an option, right?
Yeah, that's like, or if you are an artist, like you have some awards for your movies and stuff. That's what I'm aiming for, kinda. Then you can ask for a visa there. But like if you want a working visa, that's like the train is long gone.
So how can your girlfriend stay? Did you?
Oh, she's on a different visa. She is not on a working one, but she is kinda. It's like a J1 visa because she's an au pair.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's like internship / au pair / other stuff.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so can she stay there afterwards, or does she have to come back?
You can stay there for 1 year and then extend it for 2 years, but she doesn't want to because we just want to move to London and wait for work for a company that, like, I don't know, maybe has headquarters in United States and then get like relocated or something. Like just you need to wait, bro. Like you need to just try your luck. If you want to live in the United States, it's fucking terrible.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
I
But
think
it's like a good thing because I don't want to go to the States and like start a career there because it is really costly, especially of the health insurance.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And if you immigrate right here, like today, I have 0 credit score, and in the United States, like credit score is a huge thing, right? You have everything cheaper. And we have like, if you are an immigrant, you have 0 credit score because you just got your social security number. So it's really hard if you have very little money to start living there. So I'm kind of glad that we don't have the green card yet, to be honest.
Well, but London is costly too, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't need a work. Like we don't have. It's like we have some money for like a year and stuff to live there, but both working opportunities for my field and my girlfriend's field are just they're all there, right?
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Well, that sounds good. Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, I hate Europe and especially London because of the weather, but that's like, I like, it's like one depression, like it's like a right through hell for me living here. But you just have to, you know, go through it and maybe one day you'll make it.
Yeah, well.
I'm playing this game right now. It's called Homesick. Do you know that? It just came out this week.
No, it's a video game.
It's a video, yeah. It's a video game.
Homesick. Oh, we're talking about video games now. Really?
I think we should already make the transition. It's 30 minutes. We're 30 minutes in.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably a good time to do that. Well, I'm looking at it on Steam now. Tell me about it.
So it's like, I think a girl did that game. It's a very low-cost game. And you are in like a Eastern European building, kind of. I don't know if that was the point. I didn't read anything about the game. But you're just trying to, it's like really scary, and you're trying to get out of that building, I guess. Or that's the feeling I have at this point. I played like 3 levels, or there are not levels, but you're progressing, and then like 3 days, and then you go to sleep and you progress more, and you go to sleep, you progress more, and it's like a nightmare. You're in that building, it's like a nightmare, and it's like a perfect metaphor of my life in Europe. So I'm gonna make an episode on that. So
awesome.
Watch youtube.com/GCUnderdog, everyone. It's awesome.
Well, I'm looking at the pictures right now, at the screenshots, and they look pretty good.
It looks. If she did it in like with like 5 people, it looks amazing.
It looks beautiful, yeah.
I think it's in Unreal Engine,
but not the new. Can you even make games in the brand new Unreal Engine?
On 4?
I think it's 4, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, there were some games on 4, but I don't know about indie developers.
Yeah. Anyways, it looks.
I think Hatred is in the 4th Unreal.
Oh,
isn't it?
Is that game out?
Yeah, June 1st.
So why can't I find it on Steam?
It is on Steam for sure.
Yeah, it is there, right? But if I look for Hatred, Hatred, nothing comes up.
Yeah, that's how it's. Yeah, I think I had it on my Steam the moment I had even a promo. The moment I just joined for the chat with you, I think I had.
I'm pretty sure I had it on my wish list too, so I'm wondering why I can't find it. Did you play it?
No, I watched Total Biscuit's review.
Okay.
And it's just, I mean, I talked about it in my episode with GDA, last episode with GDA. So everyone who wants more detailed opinion of the game or more fun or whatever, go there. But basically, it's a normal. It's like there's nothing special about it. Game. Yeah. It's actually, it looks cool. The physics are very interesting, but the gameplay is just basic twin stick shooter.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
yeah, of course.
There are just some execution scenes which are not even that harsh compared to like GDA torturing and stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you can also turn them off, right?
Okay.
So the whole point is he goes and there's no scenario. The scenario is I hate people, and you go and kill them from the top down view, like the old GTA with nicer graphics, basically.
Well, I'm so glad to hear someone talk about this rationally. Really, because
I mean, it's like it was like I think Total Biscuit was right. He said the whole deal was like about Polygon. Polygon for some reason was like, this game is evil, even though like it's a gaming journal. They are gaming journalists, right? Polygon.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't be even surprised, but there's nothing surprising for a gamer who's been gaming for more than who's been gaming past Minecraft. There's nothing he hasn't seen yet, if you know.
I mean,
so it's funny.
Honestly, killing people is like the backbone of every first-person shooter, like since the 2000s.
Yeah, and GTA, you're actually sometimes you feel like killing people because they talk and stuff.
Yeah.
But here, because there's no backstory, you're just killing pixels. It's not even that. Like for example, I played Life is Strange yesterday. I'm making an episode on Life is Strange, the third episode right now. And because of that backstory, you care about these people, right? Even though it's just pixels, you care about these people.
Yeah.
And so if you watched my second episode where Kate is one of the characters there is about to dive from the roof and commit suicide, it's horrifying. Like you really feel the magnitude of that situation.
Yeah.
And it's much worse than the whole walkthrough of hatred, I guess, because you don't care. It's about shooting targets and getting your points, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the fact that you have no backstory in Hatred and just the plain, like the premise is just this guy on a rampage, that is what makes people so angry about the game sometimes, because they want to have a legitimate reason to kill in a game. You know what I mean? But that's bullshit, actually, I think.
Like what is the reason in GTA? You want money.
Exactly. You want to make money and you want to be the G.
Worse?
So yeah. Yeah, it's worse. I think so too. Exactly.
It's not like he cares about money more than about people. In Hatred, there's a person who the society probably somehow hurt him, and he's like, he doesn't really want to kill the people, but the people made him to do that, right? He's like psychotic and stuff. He's ill.
Yeah.
But in GTA, he just wants the money. It's like 10 times worse.
Yeah, I agree completely. Jesse, you are awesome.
Yeah, me too. I think violence without context is not very. It doesn't have very much weight to it. You know what I mean? It's like why should anybody care? Because I mean, the context is what makes violence bad for me at least.
Yeah, I agree completely. The magnitude in Hatred, it's just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I might try it. I mean, twin stick shooters aren't that exciting, I guess. So
the only issue with Hatred is that it runs terribly on everyone's computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's badly optimized.
The optimization of that game is terrible. It's terrible. It's almost like Carmageddon, which I'm really sad about because I love Carmageddon. Again, a game where you just sit in a car and run over people.
Sounds awesome.
I have never played Carmageddon. That's like the game of my childhood. I was like 8 years old or 9 years old when I was playing the first Carmageddon.
I never played that.
It's just basically killing people. But if you are a kid, you're not even thinking about it like that. For you, it's just fun. You're not even thinking that these pixels are people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you did in the first GTA too. You mowed down these groups of. Well, I always thought they were like a sect in the first GTA, but they were joggers, I think.
No. You mean Gorangas? You mean they are? Oh my God!
Aren't they like in these white cloths and walking in?
Yeah. Goranga. They are. Oh my God!
Goranga. Is that a Czech word or?
No. That's it's. I think it's Asian religion thing. No?
So they are like a sect thing.
Hare Krishna.
Aha. Okay, so I was right as a kid. So they are like a religious group.
We were calling them kindergarten kids. In Czech Republic, most
Wow.
people were playing kindergarten.
So you were
Because
mowing down kindergarten.
In Czech Republic, when you go out, you go like in that row.
Okay.
Everyone follows everyone.
Oh yeah,
So-
and you hold hands.
Yeah, you hold hands exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
what
are,
you were doing in German too, in Germany.
yeah. So that's why probably everyone called them kindergarten kids.
Well, that's even more terrible if you think about it. But
Yeah. But if you manage to run over all of them, it says "Go Ranga," so that's why it's hard.
I see. I'm just looking at a trailer from Carmageddon, and it looks ultra violent and ultra fun, I have to say.
Yeah. I played the first game when I was seriously like 8 years old, and you never think about it as a violent thing.
No.
As a kid, you don't even recognize the violence there, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. It's yeah. There had to be like older generations, politicians and journalists and people who were making a fuss about it, and then in the end, every scientist is able to find out that it's reducing violence and not like heightening violence in
course.
society. So they were all wrong, and we were right all the way. Yeah, I might have to check out Carmageddon. Looks like a car game that I actually might enjoy.
But the optimization again is bad in that. I played beta versions, and it was bad there, and I was like, you know what, they'll fix it. They did not. They fixed it slightly.
Okay, I have a reincarnation here. Is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm told. That's the one that came out a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh,
But
awesome.
I still haven't booted it up because girlfriend and then GTA. I really love GTA and need to finish that game first.
Yeah. How much have you, like, in percentage done in that game?
Terrible. I'm like at 60.
Okay, well, that's more than half.
That's more than Pred.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like, I don't know, 18% or something.
Do you
Yeah.
have that stat somewhere in the menu? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it in the Rockstar thing.
I can see. Yeah, I can see too because we're friends on Rockstar Social Club.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I said this in the last episode, right? Because
Yeah.
I couldn't make any videos of it. I was kind of disappointed. And then I kind of just put it on the side. And
Yeah.
I haven't picked it up yet. But I will, definitely.
But you have Witcher 3 now.
Yeah, which is very fun. I played yesterday again.
Plus, it's 200 hours of gameplay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. And that's actually quite negative. I told Barani yesterday because the enemies don't like scale with your character, right? So
Yeah.
what happens is if you play more than the main story, so you just like branch out and do all the exploration and treasure hunts and everything, you out level the content really, really fast. So basically, I'm like almost level 10 now, and the quests I'm doing and the enemies I'm fighting, they're like still level 5 and 6. So you don't find any like inventory, like weapons or armor you can use, and all the fights start to get really, really easy, and that kind of sucks. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of bad.
Have you read into that online? Is there like, are they working on a solution or?
I haven't read anything about it.
I can imagine that being like a game breaker in a way.
Well, I mean, the quests are so awesome, right? The dialogues and the writing, and so I don't really mind, because it's just like an awesome like interactive movie. So I mean, the combat is like really fun, but it's only like maybe like 40% for me, the fun of the game, and the rest is just the awesome atmosphere and the awesome quests and
I
the
see.
story. Yeah,
I see.
you just
I've just started to listen to the Witcher audiobook, the first one, and it's not as good as I hoped. I'm maybe like 15 hours in, but it's not bad.
It's the short stories.
I think it's a collection of short stories, right?
Yeah.
I was telling you, like it's like a Monster Hunter diary, and there's no real overarching story arc. So that explains that if it's only like a short story collection. Yeah.
Yeah, I read an interview with the author, concerning the game, and he was like, it was really funny because he has no connection to the game, right? He just like is sold off. No, I don't know if he sold off the license, but he was like, well, the Witcher game, I don't have anything to do with the story, and the books will always stand for themselves. And I don't know, maybe the writing, because I to be honest, because I read or listened to the first couple of the short stories, and they're like really cheesy sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
And the games, I have the feeling, do a much better job of storytelling than he does. That's just my opinion.
Well, maybe he does a better job in the later books.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. He tries to paint this picture of the proud, honorable monster hunter who's torn apart by these bad forces of society who want him to be something he's not. Like he gets these assignments from queens and kings to kill other people, although he would never do that, and then he has to somehow find a clever way to get around that and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it's good ideas, but it's not as good as I hoped, and I'm missing a big story arc also. So I might just, I don't know, switch to the second book, to the next one.
That's one of the feelings I had while playing the first game too, a little bit, that this whole reflecting society, and criticizing society is just too much. It's not like an underlying theme, but it's like in your face all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are like examples of books which like do a really good job, like some of the classics. I don't know, don't ask me which ones, but I've read some of them in schools at some point. Yeah. And they're not in your face, right? They just tell a story, and then with like symbolism and like the underlying theme, they kind of criticize the society at that time or whatever. But the game, and I don't know, the short stories, they're like in your face the whole time.
Yeah, I agree. Subtlety is better often. Yeah. But I try to make my experience with the first game richer by reading the book. So maybe that'll be the case or not. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, I thought did you read is Jesse still there? Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Sorry, because
I was checking on Skype too, by the way.
No, I just wanted to say that. Did you read the story that is actually the intro of Witcher 1?
Yeah, that's the first story in the.
That's the first story, right? Yeah.
Where he's chasing this trigger, which is actually like an enchanted daughter of a
princess or something.
Daughter of a guy who slept with his sister, and I don't know, and everyone in town was so thought so badly of that they were doing incest, that like the poor girl was cursed and came out as a monster. Yeah, but it's cool how they made that story into the first cutscene of the game. It's really awesome.
Yeah. One thing I have to criticize about The Witcher 3 now, I don't remember how it was in the second and in the first game, but Sunisha, he said something about he really liked the choices of The Witcher 3. Mm-hmm. And I have encountered a couple of quests now which tell the story in a way that I don't like. Like I don't know how you call it. It's like Deus Ex Machina. Mm-hmm. Right? You get this element of surprise that suddenly changes everything, which was not foreseeable. Like really bad crime movies do that all the time. Mm-hmm. And you have quests like this where they're like really long. It's like a really long quest chain, and it's really interesting. And then suddenly it's you have to make like the final choice, right? Will you save the princess or not? And then you're like, okay, I save the princess, and then suddenly after you make the decision, something happens which you could never anticipate.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was kind of a letdown. It's still like a cool story, but it's like, the choices you make, you can't really make choices based on like rational things you've experienced before in the game.
Okay, but the question that comes to mind related to that, is there like real choices that you can make that change the game in a meaningful way?
I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah, I don't
There
know
are
about the main story. Yeah.
There are multiple endings in Witcher 3. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So it's not just the illusion of choice like in many games.
Like in Life is Strange.
Okay, that's the case there too. Yeah, you were talking about that. You are writing stories, and you said when as soon as you introduce branching storylines, it gets so crazy.
Yeah, especially in a movie, like, do you know those YouTube movies, interactive YouTube movies,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you just click on the choices and then that breaks you to another unlisted video and you go on?
Huh?
It's
Yeah.
like it's like easier in when when you're making a video, because you can just shoot all those scenes. But when you're making a game, a lot of things need to change because you like the whole animations and everything. So it's much more complicated in the games because it's not about just write a branching story, which is a terrible thing in itself, to be honest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because it's just you just honestly you get lost very often because you don't know, you're just jumping between 3 or 4 branches, and you have to realize what at that point the person know.
Huh? Yeah.
be-
Yeah, that
because
probably confuses the hell out of you.
yeah, I had my last branching story was like 1, and that jumps to 4, and I tried to connect 2 at least together so that you don't have like that exponential growth of scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like decision from the from the first scene, and some decision from the fourth scene can like link together so that at least I have one scene that will go after that, only one scene after 2 decisions. But when you're doing that, the new scene must reflect the knowledge of both previous decisions,
I
but
see,
they were
yeah.
kind of different. So, and you see that in Life is Strange very often. Like there are tiny mistakes. Like I don't even remember right now, but I said something to some person, and that other person later in the game tell me, and you didn't even tell me that, and I did.
Okay.
But because it was just a minor thing, they just forgot about that. That you can get to that point even when you said that thing to that person. You know, it's what I'm basically talking about. It doesn't make any sense.
So they So they screwed it
branching
up.
stories are it was just like one sentence. I mean,
Okay.
that happens. It happens always. It's just that I'm paying a really close attention to the story. So she just mentioned, and you didn't even tell me that, and you didn't even tell me that. That's why it's just happening. I didn't tell her the first thing, but I told her the second thing. But that wouldn't change like the outcome anyway.
Okay.
But still, it's just they're telling me something that did not happen. You know, because it's so difficult to think of all the options people can make, and then make like a universal cutscene that will cover all of that.
Yeah.
Because the experience of the person that came from the first is totally different than the experience of the person that came from the second branch.
Yeah. I can't imagine how confusing it must be.
You need to cheat at some point, always. You need, and I think Life is Strange is cheating a lot. And every time you load the new episode, there's like this what happened last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, I think that's like universal cutscene.
Oh, really?
For everyone who played it. So where they cut it, you obviously see where decisions mattered. Like that Kate, I saved her life, but she dies. If you make one simple mistake, she dies. I think there's like 75% people killed Kate, right, on the statistics, because it's really difficult to save her. You need to pay really close attention. And what happens is in that cutscene after that, in the new episode, it just cuts right before you make the decision. Right? It's like, and the Kate is standing on the roof, and you don't see if you saved her or not.
I
like
see.
the game takes it into consideration.
It's
for
another cheat.
For that. But the cutscene is universal for everyone. So on that cutscene, you can see exactly where the decisions mattered. So you can like kind of uncover the story a little bit.
I see, yeah. Well, if in the new Telltale game, my voice is not working properly. The Game of Thrones one, which I'm playing right now, actually, you have these what happened last time, like videos. Really, they are tailor-made for your experience that you had last time. But in the end, it doesn't matter what choices you make most of the time, because the big things, the big happenings that like happen in these episodes, they are always the same no matter what you choose, basically.
Yeah, I heard that Telltale games are that they cheat like terribly a lot.
They do.
I heard that Life is Strange. Those people that have experience with both say like Life is Strange is 10 times better in that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That like Telltale games, they are just terrible at this. They cheat a lot.
I agree completely. Yeah. Well, they are still extremely well made, and I think like it's really rare in today's times that you have a studio that develops a story first, writes a story first, and then makes a game around it, and that's how they make their games.
Or is it a game? I think Life is Strange and Telltale games are not. It's like interactive story for me, to be honest.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're just exploring. Okay, you're exploring and getting some. In Life is Strange, at least the decision, the final decision, was really based on how attentive to detail you were in one room.
Okay.
But
that sounds interesting.
Other than that, but other than that, it's just basically you saying things. And there's like, I hate in these games, I hate this part. You get to a point and you need to make a decision, and there's like there's like 2 words of what the answer is going to be about.
Yeah.
Right. And then you just don't completely understand how they mean it.
I agree.
Like, yeah. Is it like sarcastic, or so you do it because you think it's sarcastic, and then the person tells everything to the person because she's being answered like, dude, what the fuck?
So that's the case in Life is Strange too.
Well, in Life is Strange, it's great because you can rewind.
Oh, okay.
You can rewind time, so you can go back and change the decision.
Well, because that's totally the case in the Telltale games. You have like these two-word answer options, and you never know exactly what he's gonna say. Like it's more or less like a lucky choice. Yeah.
And I hate it because it destroys the game for me very often, because I do things that I don't want to do. Like, you know, I want to seriously. I spent 3 hours with that episode, and I really pay attention to that, and then I make stupid decisions that I didn't even want to make.
And you can't go back, right? It's autosave like all the time, probably.
Yeah,
and,
Or you can, but you have to replay the whole episode or
all
something.
All that, yes. Okay, I see. And do you have a lot of QuickTime events in Life is Strange?
Yeah, and you cannot skip them unless you, not even on a second playthrough. If you cannot skip them, if it's like the thing that you haven't seen yet in that particular playthrough, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You can skip them when you rewind time and then change your answer. You can skip that, but other than that, no.
Okay. Well,
and that's sometimes very painful.
Yeah, I don't mind them in these games, but yeah.
In the last episode of the Chaos Theory, that's the 3rd episode of Life is Strange, there's one very close to the beginning. There's one extremely long cutscene, and if you want to replay it because you did some decision and then cutscene went on, and you can rewind time because it's just too late, and that is exactly the case when you just did something that you didn't mean to do. You have to replay it, and then you have to watch it's terribly long cutscene when you go to that school. For people who know what I'm talking, who play the game, I'm sure everyone noticed. Even on other podcasts where they were talking about this game, everyone noticed that this cutscene is long because everyone replays the episode like at least once, I guess.
Okay, well, I want to play that game now. You really make me want to play it.
Well, again, on Total Biscuits podcast, Dodger said very great thing. It sounds really great, but you need to be prepared. It's like a teenage drama, basically, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you need to be used to that style of writing.
So it's coming of age story.
Yeah, kind of. And you need to be like the beginning of the first episode is just terrible. It's written badly. It's cheesy as hell. You just hate that person you have to play for, that Max girl, because she's like super naive and super her brain is preoccupied with things that are like it hurts your brain what she thinks about that.
Okay.
She like, oh, why is this person so bad to me or whatever? Like, dude, you can rewind time. Why do you give a fuck? Just save the world or something, And she's concerned about crap. But then it gets better. But sometimes there are scenes that it's like a thing that they are 18. The girls there are 18, but sometimes they talk like they're 14.
Okay.
I don't know why they chose. I don't know. Maybe because that's like the target audience, 16-year-old people. I don't know. But that's like the thing that you need to be prepared, because sometimes you really need to just stop caring and
Yeah, I see.
go with the story. But you won't see that mostly in my episodes because I cut it out. So
Okay.
so
I read about that.
There's more of this.
Some people were even saying it's so French, I don't know what that means, but I can imagine this.
It's set in Oregon, so I don't know. but I know what you mean, like that artsy thing.
It's French developers, yeah, exactly. And then the pains of coming of age in the French language. Maybe they translate funny to English.
I don't know. I think they write it in English.
Probably,
The first version is in English already, I would say.
Probably, you're right.
Because I think they're writing the next episode at this moment. They were working at it, even though it's supposed to come out next month. Because I think the second episode was delayed because they haven't finished yet.
I see. Okay, yeah.
So it's still work in progress. So that's funny too. But no, of course the screenplay is written way in advance. But
yeah.
But many, but it is written in English slang very often. So I think it's the first version is in English already, I'd say.
I mean, you have like this huge target demographic in English and just this tiny one in French language. So yeah, you're right, probably.
Yeah, I think it's Square Enix, so it was meant for the worldwide, and it was marketed also a lot. So it was meant for the worldwide audience all along, I guess.
Yeah. I think I'll have to buy that and play it with my girlfriend. She loves these interactive story.
Yeah, my girlfriend didn't want to play it. I wanted to do the third episode with her, and she doesn't like games apart from Candy Crush.
Yeah.
And she was like, we were all ready or all set up, and she was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I have nothing to say. I just don't even care about the game. So we didn't do that. We went to get some burgers instead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really glad that I can share a gaming experience here and there with my girlfriend. But it's not, I play a lot on my own, and sometimes I don't want to play with her also. I'm kind of
go away.
What I want to say is I'm kind of glad that I can enjoy other types of entertainment with her also, and not if she were like the hardcore gamer and we would do nothing else, I would be kind of, I don't know.
I'm super happy that my girlfriend doesn't like games, because I hate when somebody messes with my saves. I'm just completionist. I have to do every side quest and everything. Also, back to Preds. That's the reason he said that's like the thing that with Witcher that doesn't. I don't know how he meant it actually. What did you say? You said something that the 200 hours was kind of a put off for you.
No, it's not a put off. I'm just saying that if you really do the 200 hours, I mean, like you go into an area and you complete everything, you kind of out leveled the next area already.
Oh yeah,
that's what I mean, right? I mean, if you want the complete game mechanics, story experience, you would probably just have to play like the main story and some side quests if you want the gameplay mechanics to matter.
Yeah, and that gave me a thought that. What was a put off for me was like that it's 200 hours long, and I know I'm a completionist, and I just can't go into the game right now. I would love to, and I watch let's plays of that game, and I really want to play it, but I haven't even finished Skyrim yet.
Oh.
And that's 2009 game, and I'm in like 50%, right? So when somebody tells me there's 200 hours of playthrough of just side quests and main story, not just going around and doing random stuff and collecting stuff, I don't necessarily need to do that, but at least I need to get the side quests right. And if even that is 200 hours, I can't play it right now.
That's my problem too right now, but I will play it. But right now it's too much for me too. Yeah, I understand that.
As much as I love Project Red and would like to support them and everything, it's just maybe later this year.
But, will you start it when you finish GTA, or do you have something else like that you need to take care of, or do you wait for a period in your life where you have more time or something?
You know what? Ever since I started YouTube, I try to play as many games as possible just to get some attention, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be out there and whatever, like even the niche games like Homesick I'm playing right now. I should be playing GTA, or I would be playing GTA if I didn't have YouTube.
Okay.
And I would probably already finish GTA, but I'm playing Homesick, but not because just for YouTube. I'm interested still in that game, but it's like, okay, I should make an episode of that, right? Not many people did a Homesick episode.
Yeah.
So I recorded, and that's like whole day of editing. That's like the whole day I could play GTA again.
Yeah. I see.
So here you go.
Yeah.
That's the problem with me right now.
I understand. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Brownie, you're not playing Spelunky?
No, today I didn't, because I thought about doing it differently this time. I have about, I don't know, maybe 60 to 90 hours recorded gameplay of the first Shelter game, and I thought I would put that in the background.
Of the first what game?
Shelter. It's you play as a badger. Well, not one
honey
badger. Yeah, the honey badger, of course. I don't know. It's I don't know what it's called, but it's a European type of badger, so it feels right at home in this episode. And I think you play actually as a group of... No, yeah, now I get it. Okay, you're the mother of a group of badgers, and you need to bring them through these perils. You need to give them food, and if you know you need to share the food under all of them, so none of them will die, and you have to get them through like dangerous areas, like a big stream of water and an open area where there's like an eagle that wants to get your children, and in the end you have to try to save them all. And it's a real short and sweet, like interestingly made game. And I thought I put that behind the podcast because I wanted to put my full attention on you today.
That sounds like I forgot what the game is called, but it's a really depressive game this year. I think it came out this year, and it's War of Mine.
This War of Mine, yeah.
This War of Mine. It reminds me of that. You have to feed everyone and make sure you get to certain.
Have you played that?
I have played it for 5 minutes, and I just didn't feel the day to get into the mechanics of the game, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I just didn't know what was necessarily going. It's not difficult, but I just didn't feel like learning new things that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that feeling sometimes.
And did you play it, Pred?
No, I haven't played it. I think I don't have it. I thought I had it. No, I haven't played it. I just watched like a review or let's play of it, and it looked really interesting, but depressing.
Exactly.
As hell.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's really well received on the internet.
I mean, I also watched reviews and a short let's play, and it is really interesting, and it's a type of game that I would really enjoy. But I don't have time to get into new. It's like it's a little bit different than even similar games of the genre, right? So
okay, yeah,
you still need to learn something in order to play it correctly.
I see. But when I play Spelunky, I'm kind of preoccupied sometimes, so I wanted to try it out without today. That's the main reason. Anyways, but I didn't watch your new GTA episode. I'm actually really interested how that one is, like in relation to the hatred thing also.
Yeah, that's exactly the part the part we were talking about. Only that the whole episode is about those people that came up in the first place, that it affects you, right? Mm-hmm. Like, how did they come up with that idea? Does it affect them? Like, if you're saying this game will make you violent, and why are you saying this? Is it because it made you violent, or how did you come up? Does this game make you violent? Mm-hmm. And if he says no, so why are you even complaining?
So you're talking about hatred, yeah.
Yeah, or violent games in general.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I have like the rampage part of Pred knows what rampage is in GTA. It's like kill frenzy in previous GTAs. Mm-hmm. You know that, Barani, too, right?
Well, it's when you get the whole town's police force after you, right?
No. That's like when you get a weapon with unlimited ammo, and you have to just for 2 minutes have to kill a certain amount of people or gang members or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like mayhem. It's just basically 2 minutes of just you shooting people.
Okay.
Which is like hatred. If hatred was in first person and actually really as bad as everyone made it, or Polygon made it, at that point that would be GTA basically in its rampage mode or kill frenzy.
I see.
Mode. And I have that on and talk about those people that, because in Czech we have, I mean, you should just watch it. It doesn't even make sense to recap that episode there. But it's basically, in Czech there's a saying, podle sebe soudím tebe, which means basically there's no equivalent in English for that. But it means like, it's a mocking phrase for people who expect that everyone is the same as they are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if they got aggressive because they played a game and now that's the reason why they want to ban it, that's not what's happening to other people.
You call that projecting, right, in psychology?
Yeah, exactly. And if you didn't get violent when you played that game again, just what the fuck are you complaining about? You yourself said it doesn't affect you, so why are you telling it affects people?
Yeah, that's exactly the right questions that you ask, I think.
We have like two famous German Let's Players. I don't know if Barani has heard of them, Saraza and what's the other guy's name? They're like the typical like PewDiePies of Germany, right?
I think it's in every country. It's just copycats.
Yeah, there are at least a couple of them.
Yeah.
And he actually, I think he had like an old Call of Duty Let's Play on his channel.
Oh, that's exactly like PewDiePie then.
yeah, and the German organization for, I don't know, youth protection, whatever, right? It's they kind of decide if games are being sold here or what kind of age recommendation they get. And they actually sent him a message and said, please take off the Call of Duty Let's Play of your channel because there are young children watching your channel. And he made a video of that, and he's actually complying, right? So he's like, I will, because I have a greater, what do you call it? Like a greater, was heißt denn Aufgabe? Greater service to society to fulfill, right? The role I'm playing. And I was like, what the hell is he doing, you know? It's like, just, why does he even listen to them?
I don't know.
Weird. It's really weird, and that's like the self-proclaimed. I will tell you what is appropriate and what not. You know, that's that goes like against the whole thing that internet is about.
You know what is funny about it? Because if he would just shut up and take that video, not even take it down, but check that for people 18 plus only on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just. That's solved, first of all. The problem is solved. Yeah. Because if you're not on your account, you cannot watch that because it needs to verify that you're 18 plus. So you need to be on your account, and it's difficult to change things on YouTube account, on Google account, right? You can't just change age, the one you gave there. But you can make money on that video then, right? So isn't it just better to make a whole big story and complaining,
Oh, yeah,
complying
you're right.
that,
Yeah.
and get another video that gets views instead of these views that you could just check the 18 plus box?
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't thought
that-
of it that way.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Well,
I mean, the
marketing.
problem is on Twitch. Twitch, because of hatred, basically said we don't want adults only games, right? And hatred got adults only rating for whatever reason, even though GTA is
okay.
mature. So you cannot stream hatred on Twitch.
Okay.
That they didn't even give an explanation for that. They just said, "Oh, we don't want adults only now, the day before hatred comes out. Yeah, we feel like we don't want adults only on ours because it just solves the problems for them. They are being just hypocrites, right?"
Yeah.
But it's like a big case right now too. And the thing is, on Twitch at least it makes sense because on Twitch there's no verifying. There's just this basic box that you have on adult websites with porn, right? Like, are you 18 plus? And you just, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I am. And you can watch it, right?
Yeah.
But it's not that easy on YouTube. On YouTube, you have to have your account that is actually with the date of birth 18 plus. So on YouTube, I don't really take that as a valid reason
Yeah.
to just take it out and make a whole big heartwarming story about how you have a greater service to society. It's just it doesn't
I agree.
it doesn't cut
completely.
it for me.
It's probably
On-
a what do you say, like a publicity stunt, just
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
said. Yeah.
Yeah. On Twitch, I understand, and many streamers just no, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna stream it, and they didn't even make a big deal of that. It's just in the middle of a podcast that has 2 hours, they said, "Yeah, I'm just not gonna stream that because, first of all, I don't want to have trouble with Twitch, and second of all, it's just kids really can get to that content."
I see. Yeah.
So it wasn't even like a big thing, a YouTube video just especially made about I'm not gonna stream this game on Twitch. It was just basically, I'm not streaming this game because.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Definitely. Do you have a bird at home?
Do you have a what?
A bird at home?
I have the whole balcony open because it's beautiful outside.
Oh,
But we have like 12 parrots if you want to say hi.
dwarf parrots?
12 parrots.
Oh, 12. Wow.
Or
They're all
12
living in your
pirates
Dwarf.
in the basement.
they're all living in your apartment, the 12.
Are there dwarfs in The Witcher?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're dwarves. Like the blacksmiths are dwarves.
Is that the word you were trying to figure out? The smithy?
Yeah, for like World of Warcraft, it was always like forge, right?
Oh, you're
But
right.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Forge.
Yeah, by the way, man, talking about brutal games, The Witcher is pretty graphic on
Oh
violence.
my god, dude. It's the most disgusting game
Yeah.
I've seen, to be honest.
Yeah, I have these grape shot grenades, right? And it's like really fun to take out archers with them. And what happens, I had this scene yesterday. I was like riding into camp. It was full of cannibals. And they were all level 3, and I'm like level 9, so I can, they don't have very much health. And I threw one of these grape shot grenades into like a group of 3, and it exploded. And coming towards me was like a head, a torso with like guts hanging out.
Yeah.
Right, and the legs are flying everywhere. It's like one of the most graphic and brutal games I've seen.
Wow.
Did you play the quest with the witches? With the 3 witches?
No, not yet. That's
Oh
like
my god, that's the most disgusting thing. They are super. I have what is the thing called? I have the phobia that you have like dots everywhere and parts of something missing.
Dots?
like lepra, or you mean like
No, it's dystophobia in English or something like this. But don't even look it up. It's like most people have it, right? It's like if you see, it doesn't even matter. But that one of the witches are super ugly, and one of them has like this eye that those people that have phobia of that, they want to vomit like the moment they see it. I just can't understand of a person that had to model that witch. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is like one of the witches has like she collects body parts. And she has like 2 female
What a
legs.
nice hobby.
Yeah, she has like 2 female legs under her skirt, like as in a pocket, kinda, like. And she tells you like this disgusting story how she's gonna kill Siri or how she wanted to kill Siri, and then she spreads those legs of the. Oh my god!
Oh, hell.
And I was watching that on Boogie's channel. Do you know Boogie?
Yeah, big guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was watching that, and that he was like genuinely. He was that was the funniest reaction I've ever seen. It was like, okay, I'm done with the game. That's all the gaming I needed for my life. And like not in a bad, you know, it didn't mean bad, but it is really shocking. And that also led him to a really crazy story about his family, because he has really troubled childhood, Boogie. If you see his Draw My Life, his life, I mean, he had really screwed up childhood, kinda, and he talks about how his sister needed to go through an extortion. Oh my god, what I'm talking about?
Abortion.
No. Like, what is the word in English? When you have a devil in you.
Exorcism.
Exorcism process, and how his mother was kind of crazy, and he tells all that story that's even crazier. Or he says, I witnessed exorcism, but this is worse. He plays that level.
Oh man, I just wanted to say, how can you like span the bridge from that scene to your own childhood? But I can imagine
very
that
easily.
that exorcism is something that would like get close to that. Yeah.
No, watch his Draw My Life. He's an amazing person. He's an amazing person, and
I think he's really cool.
He's been through a lot. He's like that person that makes you want to think like, do I really want to move to the States?
And it's called Draw My Life, like paint, draw.
He didn't want to do that for a very long time, but it was really worth. I think it is his most watched video on his channel also. So if you just go to his channel and sort it out, watched first, you'll get to that. And also,
I have it right in front of me.
I tweeted to him about, dude, I just watched that, and I'm really happy that you like share these things, because I mean, he says it in a really like, he's calm about it. He's like, that's what happened, and he tells you, and he guys, he favorited it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
My tweet.
Awesome.
And also Lou from Unboxing Therapy.
That guy
favorited one of my tweets. So I'm just famous right now. So I only have like 10 minutes right now. So if you want to, because I have like PewDiePie podcast right after this. So.
Of course, yeah. Well, yeah, you're a made man, obviously. Well, I said before, after we had you on, there's nothing better we can achieve ever.
Yeah. Oh, I expected this to be more crazy, but I'm just tired. Sorry, guys.
No, but you had fun, right?
Oh, definitely I had fun, but I'm not sure if people have fun. Well, but the thing is, I love your podcasts, right?
Well,
I just play Counter-Strike and do something in Photoshop and just listen to it, and that's like one of my favorite podcasts, because I'm in that age demography that looks for major content creators on YouTube, and there's just not many of them, to be honest. Even if, like, I love PewDiePie, but let's be honest, he makes content for 12-year-olds mostly, right? And you just can't watch it every day. So those people, even like, I love, for example, Uberhaxer Nova, and he does multiplayer sessions with his friends, the Creature Hub, and they also have podcasts, and I can watch that, but sometimes they are way too silly.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to follow somebody who's like not really trying to, talk or speak to the younger demographics, and really listen to something that makes sense. And so for that reason,
Jesse.
Yeah, and for that reason, I didn't want to ruin it for you with my immature crap. So that's why I'm really boring. I'm sorry for that, but
it was crazy good, because you enriched it awesomely. My English.
We can continue. I just lied about those 10 minutes. I don't want to end yet.
Yeah, but we're almost 1.5 hours in. I thought maybe we can finish it up soon. No, you don't want to. But I had one more thing that I wanted to ask Pred, which is, well, we can continue on a little more, but one thing I have to ask Pred. You wanted to talk about the card network a little. Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, that kind of, I don't know what you call it. That kind of fell asleep a little, right?
Yeah, we wanted
Yeah,
to make
which
it
is
grow, but it shrunk.
yeah, which is well, yeah. About the shrinking, I don't want to talk about that. But it's just I said that I would do some promotion, and then I had to like paint my mom's living room, and then something else happened, and I kind of, yeah,
Same with me.
got a little out of it. But I really want to revive that because I've met some people on YouTube who would definitely like fit. Yeah, and about the people leaving, I when I don't know, did you read the email, Barani? I wrote some emails with him.
No, I didn't get one.
Oh, it was on our account. Well, I asked him if he left because he was suddenly out of the group, right? And he just said that he didn't see he had like doubt in the benefit
Okay.
of the whole thing. Yeah, and that's I don't know. I don't know. What's your opinion on that? It's kind of hard because like I really want to make like friends, like build a community like we have with Jesse now and Chad and Heather and Sanisha. I think that's really perfect.
Yeah.
But I bet there are like more people like that out there, right?
Oh, definitely.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, that is the awesome side effect of the whole thing, that we made the friends that we made, and that is the best thing about it overall. But the underlying idea was that we have some kind of cross promotional project, but that won't have any big impact, of course, if we're just 3 very small channels.
Yeah.
It would have an impact maybe if we were 10, 15 small channels.
Yeah, I mean the problem is, and if you look at the statistics since we like started the card network, it's the benefit is like almost none, right? Like people are clicking on cards. Well, I can tell you what it is for us.
Can you look at how many people click on
Yes.
cards? Okay.
Well, I guess on our videos for other people, I think that's what it is. We have 8.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's almost none. I agree.
So you know what I mean. It's just I can totally see. Or let me rephrase that. It's really hard to make people join the network with that kind of reference. You know.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Well, or we just put it in another light and say, well, the carding is a good idea. Maybe we can resurrect that at some point. But for now, let's just try to find some people who are interested in each other's work and kind of support each other in one way or the other. I mean that was kind of the basic idea also for the card network, but the cards were.
Yeah,
the cards were the other basic idea, and if they like don't work as well as hoped.
Yeah, I mean that's something I wrote to Infinite Spiral because like at university I learned that if you want to implement something, right, you have to create some sort of what do you say like I don't know the English word.
A synergy.
No, not a synergy. You have to create something that people have to do in order to interact.
Oh, okay.
Right? And that was for me like the card network. Like you have this base where people come together because they have to. And out of that, people start interacting with each other.
Oh, I see.
And that's how you build like friendships.
Yeah.
Or like real networks between people. And that was like the idea. And I think that the card work is really nice for that. But if you have people coming into the network because they like see the benefit of getting more views through cards, they will probably leave, like Fee did and Infinite Spiral.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But I think the carding is kind of like the dreadful work. but the watching of the other people's videos that I got to know and that I got to like is like the fun part, and the commenting and watching, and that's probably even is way more supportive of their work, probably, as the carding is.
Yeah, it is definitely. The another thing is I thought about is like the small amount of people we are now, like these 5 people. It's starting. I mean, I can only watch one series that Sunisha does with my time, right? And I barely get to watch Heather and Chad's stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And it normally takes me like 2 or 3 days after Jesse posts something to watch that. So if we have like more people in the network, I will probably not get the time to watch some people at all. Or, to really show some genuine interest in their stuff.
You're right about that. Yeah. That is, I haven't thought about that actually, but that's absolutely right. Huh.
I don't know. I kind of, well, that's just like a thought. I kind of like really want to expand on this card idea, like to have something that demands people to do something, right? Like the card sheet. Maybe do something like on top of that. Like,
do you have a specific idea?
No, not yet. But just to do something that is a little more. I don't know, not only with the numbers and posting links, but more interaction. That is like a demand. Like, for example, the like our podcast. That's just like we invite people from the network, quotation marks, and that's kind of a collaboration.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not a demand, but you know what I mean. Just to make people interact with each other, and maybe like create content. Or support each other.
It's not a demand at all. It's no. It's
yeah. I mean, just like one example would be, which is probably a negative example, is to just like every video from people in the network, right? On top of the cards. So not only make the cards for the video, but like it, right? Or like it with your 3 accounts or something. To do a little more than just the cards.
I see. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's just a bad idea, but you know what I mean. It's just to like expand on that a little bit, to give people the impression that there is more benefit than none.
I see. Yeah. Well, maybe you should try something like that. I agree, because why not trying?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. If we wanted to expand, it would involve like messaging people that we find and talk to them, which is work a little, So that is the reason why I haven't done it yet. But
that's true. Yeah.
That's definitely a thing that we should try before giving up the whole idea. And even if we at some point give the whole idea up, I would say it was a full success and like meeting these cool people.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for me too. I mean, this small time we did the card network, what we got out of it is already worth it.
Yeah. What do you think, Jesse?
Well, I kind of expected this to happen, to be honest, because I don't think the cards work on big channels or small. The cards I clicked in my whole YouTube thing like once on a big channel on a card, and that was like by mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, annotations work. Especially if you have like a series of videos and you have like just annotation part 2 here, that works. Or you have like a call-up video, you play Counter-Strike, and first 5 matches are on one channel, then you have annotation, you have to go to his channel to watch the second half of the match. That works. What I liked more.
Do you think it just the difference there is just the visual of the card versus the annotation?
I mean, cards are just not there. They're just something that pops up in the corner while if you have an annotation, you have the whole video usually how to say it. The whole video is made that the annotation will be there. Like for example, when I have my subscribe outro thing, it is made specifically for that annotation, right?
I see, yeah.
So it's just a part of the video. Annotation is the annotation is just the link, but it's already implemented. That's the word, implemented in the video. While cards are just something that pops up and nobody really cares about because so many things are popping up on the internet already. And what I liked more is like that liking, like actually working with the algorithm, liking others' videos, which I do. I watch every, like whether it's Anisha, whether it's Saki Gamers, I just click on that. Even if it's something I can't watch, I don't have time or anything, I watch it and I give I watch it silently in the background and I give like just because of the algorithm, right?
I do that too, yeah.
Not because I want to like cheat or something. It's because I actually want to help out these people, and I hope that this is something that can help them out to get the video more in the world. Because that's like the worst thing. If somebody comes to your video and you have 13 views, it looks fishy.
Yeah, first of all, that makes a bad impression. But then again, nobody ever comes to your video. That is a even bigger problem.
Yeah.
Because how would they find it?
Exactly. So, but at least he came and the algorithm is in the work at that moment.
Yeah.
Like something is going on in YouTube. It's like, somebody watched it, got a search for that video and clicked on that video from the search. That means that's the result he was happy with. Let's bump it up a little bit, right? It's like the algorithm is actually very simple. It's more simple than people make it. It's not as simple as stupid Facebook ads, which is like terrible algorithm that that offers me things that I don't even like. It offers me to buy women intimate stuff when it's like, or I don't have like, and on Facebook I don't even have where I live, and you can see the algorithm is lost. It's completely lost. Like Facebook's like, we have the best algorithm for ads. Let's do marketing with us. No, please, no. They have terrible algorithm. It's just.
Yeah,
but
the people working
on
on these advertisements and on Facebook, they probably think they are the smartest people ever.
Yeah.
Social engineering, I think, is what they call it.
I think Google at least works a little bit, although it offers me videos or ads of things I've already watched or seen. But that's like the problem since forever with internet. It's like the cookie stuff, because the cookies are like supposed to figure out what you're interested in, but what they're figuring out is what you were interested in, right?
You're right, yeah.
And then I have to like, okay, I watched Witcher 3, and then it's like, watch this Witcher. No, I did. I just watched the playthrough of it. I don't want to watch a different person do it again.
Yeah, I just bought this fucking thing, so why do I have 10 more advertisements for that?
Yeah. That's like the problem with every cookies based thing, right? So, but I think YouTube's algorithm is not the biggest evil on the planet. I think it works somehow. It's just that too many people are doing YouTube videos right now.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
Too many people are doing gaming videos. I think you're right.
And it's like people are you see people everywhere. They're searching for better gaming videos. I don't want to watch these like people yelling in the microphone. I have PewDiePie for that. He's good at that. I have him for that. But they're looking for something different. But it's so hard to find it. Even if you're on a how to say it, on a mission to find it, it's hard to find it sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I remember with my Fallout 1 Let's Play and this not bad comment, but the critique I had, where it said, you claim to be one of the better Fallout Let's Plays, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember I did the Fallout Let's Play because I couldn't find any good ones. And after I got that comment, I started searching for Fallout Let's Plays. And there are actually very good Fallout Let's Plays before I started my own, but I just didn't find it.
Yeah.
Probably because, they were like very unpopular at that time. or
Exactly.
didn't show up high enough.
Yeah.
And even if you have the text that you're looking for, that's like the bad part of YouTube that I actually don't like. That even if if you give there the specific text, it still will find somebody who doesn't even have that text
Yeah.
probably in the text, but it's just higher in the algorithm.
Yeah,
that's what I
that's true.
don't. That's what I really don't like about you. That's like the thing that is not fair to me.
Yeah.
And I don't think I really don't understand why they would put it, because first of all, Google is trying to give you exactly what you want. Like that's what they build their business on. So why do they? I don't understand why do they. Sometimes even when I put, like when I was starting now, if I put Jesse Underdog in my video, it will find it. But when I was starting, it wouldn't even find like 5 videos in
so
front of
weird.
mine. That was like, oh my god.
You're looking for your own name and you won't find your video. That is
Yeah, it's
so
like just
weird.
Underdog, I don't know, Motorama, like one of my first videos.
Yeah.
And it would find like 5 Motorama videos like before mine.
Well, when I look for Pred and Barani on YouTube, I almost always get the suggested search red beanie. Were you looking for red beanie? No, I wasn't looking for a fucking.
I
red
already
beanie.
have 2.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, are you kidding me?
Yeah, but the thing about network is I joined it for completely different reasons, and that's like the whole networking. That's like the whole I think that's a thing that takes time to build. And it will always, people will come and they will go, and those that are actually somehow really want to do it and want to join some network of this kind of YouTubers and want to collaborate in the future or whenever. Like, do you want to play GTA Heist? I need, like, you can find people. It's super easy like this with people you know. That's the reason why I joined it, because for the collaborations, usually, basically. I mean, the channels will grow sometime, right?
Hopefully.
And hopefully. And more people will be joining then. But do you need them now? Like it will not help you out just if somebody gives a car network thing, even if it's a big channel. Because honestly, I don't even watch like Boogie's car. I don't even know if he has cards set up. You know, I don't really care about the cards. I don't think they work at all.
Yeah, you
Maybe
might
I'm
be right.
completely wrong. Maybe there's some Google study that says cards are so awesome, and I don't know. I think annotations work, collaborations work.
Yeah, you're
But-
probably right. Maybe we should just make this podcast some kind of collaborate whatever podcast where we invite people that we hardly know at all. Maybe small other channel people. Maybe that works. Maybe that would work in
I mean,
one way
you
or
just
another.
when somebody invites you to their podcast, it's just you feel honored. Like it's like this feeling like somebody cares, you know. And it doesn't even matter that you don't they don't know you. They're like, let's try it. I mean, that's the interesting part of YouTube. Let's do this. I don't care if there's free views. You just want to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. While exactly like you said before, setting up cards is a pain in the ass. It's just, I at the moment I'm setting up cards. I hate that video. I played that game. I was editing for 2 days. Now it's here on my channel. I need to do the annotations. I need to do the text. I need to do the description. I need to do the thumbnail. And now you want me to do the fucking cards?
Yeah, it's
you know, that's like the problem I have with cards. But that's not the reason why I joined the network and why. I mean, if that's something you believe in, I'll definitely. I may be completely wrong in this, right? Maybe they really work.
Well, I don't know.
I just had an idea on how to approach things differently and not with cards. I remember when Infinite Spiral started his Kerbal Space Center Let's Play, right? And I went on the first video, and because I played Kerbal Space Center myself for like a couple of 10 hours, I don't know. And I asked him like, maybe we could do like a rocket building contest. Right, and maybe that is something you could do. You know, you you see a channel, and for example, this one guy who wrote a comment. His name is Roshank Redemption. Right, he does Fallout 3 Let's Play now, right? And maybe I could. He said something about maybe we can collaborate in the future. And he's playing Fallout 3, and I could say, okay, I don't know, the first 20 minutes, like up to the first town where you have to go to. I don't remember the game at all, but who's faster. Right, and then suddenly you have a collaboration where everybody can like upload a video, right? And you do something together, which is kind of binding, and maybe some stuff will stick.
Or, dude, you had that idea of swapping a save state.
Oh yeah, swapping
from A
games.
to B, and you could swap that further on to C and D. Like you
could do like a collaborative.
Take one game and one person starts it, and you give your save state to the next person, and he will give it to the next one, and so every channel has one bit of the whole Let's Play.
Something like that. That kind of gets away from the dry, kind of useless card thing, and makes people like interact right out of the box without any cards.
And most importantly, it sounds interesting already, right?
Yeah.
It sounds interesting already. It sounds like something, okay, I'll have, for that person that makes it, okay, I'll have a content for my YouTube channel with that collaboration. And just because you're enthusiastic about it, just because you want to do it, and just because it's different, people will enjoy it too. It just works,
Yeah.
And then you have the video, and then you give the annotation to the other channel, and I think that's the thing that works.
Yeah, and especially, for example, if like me and Jesse like do a collaboration in GTA 5, right? And that actually kind of shows that I care about Jesse that much that I want to do something with him together. And everybody who watches my videos and sees that, and he's like, well, this Jesse guy must be pretty cool, so I'm going to watch his videos too. And that's probably another like side effect which can be very beneficial. That was just an example.
Yeah, but it works psychologically just the best. Honestly, most YouTubers, like 90%, I follow because I found them in some collaboration.
Yeah.
Because they just play a game like, hey, the dude is funny. He's cool. I mean, I can hang out with him. I can hang out with his channel. And I go to there, and it's, you can say just from that multiplayer session whether you are interested in that person or not.
Yeah.
It's like a very natural selection thing, and you listen to him for these 15 minutes of a gameplay anyway, and you're like, maybe then you realize that he's really interested, and you click on his channel that is in the description usually, and that's the moment when I feel like it works. Plus, when two people are playing one game, it's just always better. It takes so much work to when I do episodes alone, and I do completely different episodes, right? It's a little bit different, but it takes so much work that others sometimes get just from the chemistry in between them, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I think Minecraft multiplayer videos and GTA multiplayer videos and Payday 2 multiplayer videos are just so popular, because you're just on an adventure together, and you're not yelling because you're alone in the room and you're weird. You're yelling because you're on an adventure with your friends, and it's just what happens. Like, people in a pub yell all the time. They don't necessarily yell when they're alone there, but
I like yelling alone in a room because I'm weird. But yeah, of course you're right. People want to have this. They want to have the human interaction. They watch videos of Let's Players basically because maybe they feel alone a little. They have this feeling of something else, another human in their room, and if it's more than one, it's even better, probably.
Or with me, I don't do it because I feel alone. I do that because I just don't have gaming friends, and I just have it put it in the background. And I don't know. It's like that idea that I had with Life is Strange. I would have I would love to have like one room just for YouTube videos, but a different one, not like everyone has like a radio thing, right? I would love to have like a TV with Nintendo and with Sega and with PlayStation and with computer that I just sit below, like with my back against bed.
Yeah.
And just, feel like Sunday morning or Sunday evening gaming with friends. Like, that's something that really, not because I'm alone, but because it just feels different. It just feels like you're friends with that person. And I mean, I can be alone. I don't need to watch it. I can be alone. But it's just much better because I'm a social person, extremely
Yeah.
social. Like I basically talk only when I am on YouTube or when I'm talking here on podcast or when somebody necessarily asks me to talk. But I'm that person that goes to shops only that have like self-checkout, these cashiers where you don't need to talk to the person. That's the kind of person I am. I'm not really into social interaction. Like you said last time, a day without a social interaction is a good day. That's exactly me.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I don't really need somebody to play that game next to me on a computer because I feel alone. I just like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I don't know if it makes
that's what I
sense,
mean. It's not like that's too negative a connotation. Like people watch their space because they feel alone. I didn't mean that. I mean what you said. It's a nice refreshing thing. You feel like
it's like it's just Sunday. It's like sleepover with a friend. It's like something you just don't do anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have to put much effort in it.
Yeah, you don't have to, shit on his toilet and make it all smelly. You just
and
you can go on your own.
Eat the disgusting breakfast and have the bad coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like you when you visit each other, probably. Too much.
No, never too much.
Who visits who, guys?
Well, it changes.
It changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Depends on whose girlfriend is at home.
Well, honestly, sometimes yes, but
Yeah, sometimes yes, yeah, that's true.
But I think there was these phases when you only visit me and I only visited you, but now it's pretty 50-50.
Yeah.
And when I fly to Hamburg, in whose apartment are we gonna game?
Good question.
Probably. Well, your apartment with like the couch layout and stuff is probably more.
It's better for that, right?
It's better for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're definitely
So you're
invited
stuck
here.
with Jesse.
Oh no, I will take a hotel. I will watch a let's play instead of.
Yeah, no, but yeah, of course.
But I was for a week in Soltau. Do you know what Soltau probably?
That's
in
near
Austria.
It's like 1 hour, right?
Zoltau, Heidepark Zoltau.
What are you talking about, Austria? It's like 1 hour.
Oh, of course, you're right.
Hamburg.
You're right. Yeah, not everything I don't know about is from Austria.
If you go south from Hamburg, there's a Zoltau, right?
What did you do there?
Oh, we were on an exchange program
Oh.
for a week.
Did you see the fun park? What is it? Is it like a park with
that's
rides?
There's the oldest wooden
roller coaster.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there. It was fun.
That's something great you can advertise with, right? We have the oldest roller coaster.
Nothing bad could happen.
Like exactly, like that's like the best thing you can actually advertise it, because that's like the thrill, like like the extra thrill if you are dull to roller coasting, because you're 30 years old, you've been everywhere, and you rode every roller coaster. Now they're like, oh, this is the oldest wooden one.
This might break.
This might break. You want to try it? Dude. Not so sure. That's like the extra thrill. Then you survive, and it's awesome. But one day it will collapse.
Yeah.
Probably.
Question is when.
It's just when it's like the plane that was delayed. It was because of a plane, because it has engine failure.
Oh.
And then you have to go into the plane, right? That's like the biggest thrill. Like I'm not a religious person, but this whole trip was like, God, if there's any, gave us like 35 signs not to do this trip.
Well,
And I'm not counting 35 tries to buy the ticket. Like other 35 signs that we should not go on the trip.
well, but isn't this like Murphy's Law? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, something like that.
Probably, but she's safe now in Auckland, working. So
Well, yeah, you're right.
but it's just, even if you're not.
But on the way to the plane, everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
No, just the whole trip was like me like destroying the tire, like trying to buy the tickets and not be able to buy the tickets. Like the God is like, no, don't do that trip. Just don't.
Yeah.
Then the last flight, and and the plane has an engine failure, and you have to wait for 30 hours, and then you get to that plane, and you're like, okay, this is it. This is the reason why I shouldn't go on this trip, and then you land, and it's okay.
Well,
And you got lobster, right?
And you have lobsters, and
and then the day is saved.
not just lobsters. You could ask for as many as you wanted.
Really?
Oh,
Like,
really?
all you can eat a lobster.
Because the Norwegian was paying for that, so the hotel was like, "Hey guys, eat it."
Oh,
And
awesome.
free cookies, everything like free, you know.
And everyone was happy and win-win situation.
Well, not really, because it was like, okay, you'll fly 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then then everyone was there and was like, no, like 12:30, you need to wait 2 more hours, and like it's like 16:30,
I see,
and
yeah.
like 22:30, and I don't know. So
I
that
see.
was,
Lobster, awesome.
and there were other tiny things that I didn't tell you, but enough of that.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Should we quit? Call it a day?
YouTube. Should we quit YouTube?
Well,
Yeah, let's quit YouTube.
yeah, of course. Well,
It
because
started, yeah.
I have to go pee.
Me too.
I have to go eat something.
Oh, I need to think about what I'm gonna cook later. Yeah. So
So healthy.
it was awesome, Jesse, having you on, man.
It was not. I didn't want to destroy you and be super immature again, but I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 hours with us. And also visit my channel. Don't really watch Preds and Barani's channel. They don't even edit their videos. Like, seriously. They just play it and they're like, oh, this part is really boring. Maybe I should just... once, guys, I was watching Pred and Barani's videos and there was like a dark screen for 5 minutes. And I'm not even kidding. And I'm typing in the comments and I'm like, dude, what is that? And I think Brad answered and he was like, oops, a mistake. And I'm like, dude. So, do you really want to follow these guys, or do you want to follow an awesome channel that edits for days before he puts up his video? And it's all sorts of games. Like, I think the only game I haven't covered yet is like strategy. That will come. Like, I'm better at stealth than Sunisha, right? I'm better at shooting than Pred and Barani together. Did you see his Max Payne videos? He can't even. Oh my god, he uses. I haven't used the slowing the bullet time in Max Payne once. He uses it like 4 times per episode. And I there's also in GTA there's this thing that there's basically the same bullet time, right? With one character. I think it's with
Right?
with Trevor.
Is it Trevor? No, it's
Trevor's
Well, now
flying.
you're just torturing our
Yeah.
bladders, man.
Yeah. No, it's with Michael. With Michael, you can slow down time and shoot. I didn't even know it was there until in one mission it starts because it is scripted. In the morgue, it's in the morgue mission.
Yeah.
Also on my channel, watch that. So my channel is basically awesome, and there's always some music. If you are from Germany, sometimes you can't watch these episodes because these people that talk to these YouTubers about these violent games, they also, for some reason, don't want you to listen to good music. So
Yeah.
it's always like, oh, this video is, by the way, blocked in Germany. I'm like, great, I don't give a shit about Germany anyway. So
It's always like I remember on the Let's Play Reddit, it was like, "Oh, my video is blocked in Germany. What do I do?" And everybody was like, come on, it's only Germany. Shut the hell."
they have VPNs, all of them already.
Yeah.
They're used to this. So no, but seriously, guys, it was a pleasure to be here with you, and an honor to be invited in the first place.
Oh, you'll be on more, I hope.
And I would love to promise you that I will come back one day. But the moment I have like 1,000 subscribers, I'm ditching all of you. And
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
gonna need money, and I'm buying iPhone 6s, the gold edition, and also golden iPhone watches, whatever crap that is.
Yeah, gold.
Just us.
In gold
Just
also.
I'll be YouTuber, and you need that.
And AK-47 diamond nipple piercings.
Nah, diamond nipple piercings. I mean, I have tears in my eyes. I have tears in my eyes. These dudes are watching my videos. But you guys at home sitting right now, you don't. Because I have the statistics.
Well, yeah,
Well,
watch his videos. Well,
yeah,
we never
maybe-
even plug anything, but yeah, we forget to even say what Chad and Heather's channel is called probably when they were on. But dudes, watch Jesse's videos. Jesse Underdog, YouTube.
Yeah, and Sucky Gamers. I wanted to mention them when I was talking about that chemistry between two people. That's the reason, like, I love to watch their videos. I told them.
I
like,
agree.
Because it works so much, and I'm sitting here with Life is Strange episode 3 with my girlfriend, like, we're gonna do something like Sucky Gamers. We're gonna be awesome.
I see. You wanted to record something with her.
Yeah. She was
okay.
like,
Well, that
I don't
would
give
have
a
been
shit
cool.
about games.
I see.
I
Yeah.
don't want to talk about games. No, she's awesome. I'm just messing with everyone. I'm just joking all the time because I'm super insecure. So
You're awesome, dude, and it was awesome. But I really have to go pee.
insecure. Shut the fuck up. Swear on this podcast,
Okay,
or is
so-
it too late anyway?
I'm just gonna go. No, okay. Bye bye. But honestly, I have to go pee.
I have to go eat.
Okay.
See you guys next time.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.